Hey everybody, it's Steve, and I want to ask you to think about your calendar and a date that's circled on it. There might be a date because, maybe it's an anniversary and you're going to do a getaway, or maybe it's a family vacation and there's a whole week highlighted in your calendar, or maybe there's a weekend where you are hosting a retreat for your leadership team, somebody in your nonprofit organization, your business or your church or ministry. And you might have, a role in planning this and leading this. And if that's you, whether it's a vacation, a getaway, or whatever, I want to help you create a vacation, getaway, or retreat that rocks. Something that will sizzle, not fizzle. So how do we do that? Well, we're just going to have a few conversations in the next few videos. And we're just going to start by beginning with the end in mind, as Stephen Covey would have said. Let's just ask ourselves, what would something that's awesome look like? What might make those participating say, this was super cool? Okay, think about your family vacation. When my boys were small, we would try to have a little family council where nobody was in trouble. We weren't there to, bring down the hammer. We would celebrate people, talk about things we liked about Daniel or whoever. There might be a little drawing for a prize. And I'd love to do that and say, okay, we've got a trip to Minnesota coming, or we got a trip to California coming, or the summer's coming and there are little vacations coming. Maybe we're just staying close to home. It's a staycation. But what would make the vacation fun for you? So inviting your stakeholders into the conversation, that can only give you more and better ideas of what the target and the bullseye looks like. And, because sometimes you have in mind what everybody will enjoy or like, and, you're not them. So give them a voice. Ask them to help you cast the vision sort of for this thing. And, even then, if it's, not the perfect vacation, they knew you were putting, some energy and effort into it and that your intentions were good. Okay, so invite your stakeholders in, have a little conversation. Think about what would be awesome. Look back on your own stories and your own personal, can you think of a time that you were really wowed? My dad wowed us with our vacations because for me, as the fifth born out of six, my expectations were so low that, it didn't take much. So our one day at Disneyland was the Sizzle, or even a drive up the Golden State Freeway to Carmichael, California, near Sacramento, where my cousins and my aunt Frances lived, was the greatest. I just thought it was great. Okay, so many times, it can be great if we think about what wow means. Wow means the difference between what people expected and what they got. So what are they expecting, and how can we give them a little bit more or surprise them in a positive way? And for me, that just involves some intentionality, right? If I give it some planning and some thought, people are always pleasantly surprised because I do live in the moment. I can think back to a time, and this might be good for you too, to think back to a time that was disappointment, something you regret that you don't want to relive. I remember when my dear friend Jeff Winter and he was my pastor and I was on his staff, and we were going to a pastor's conference in a stadium, in an arena in Atlanta, and we had a stopover in Dallas-Fort Worth, and we're chilling so much that we missed the plane. We missed our connecting flight. We're running through the airport like some guy in a car rental commercial back in the day, and the door closed and we missed it. We had to get on another plane by another carrier, and instead of getting there with hours to spare and chilling by the hot tub or having a nice dinner, we had to go straight from the airport to the event with our luggage. It was general admission seating. We had to walk up all the rows and all the stairs with our luggage. No bueno. We're good guys. We meant well, but we didn't, plan and execute. So you might be great at planning and executing stuff. And if so, maybe you can share this video with someone like me who isn't. But if you're like me, you'll enjoy savoring the moment with some dreaming and some visioning and some planning and some, anticipation. So that's where I'll leave this conversation today. What are you thinking? What would make your getaway with your honey awesome? Your family vacation, your family reunion, your team retreat. What would make it cool? Just cast a little vision, do a little visioning for yourself. So next time we'll talk about obstacles that can get in the way of this. We'll talk about mindset. We'll talk about money and some other good things. So let's meet here again for our next video. And if you enjoyed this video and you liked it, would you like it? Would you click like on this YouTube channel? And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, would you do that? That would just smash that subscribe button, as they say. That would be super cool. Hey, listen, love you a lot. Hoping for a great summer for you. Remember, it's only May, but July is coming and we're going to be ready for it, and it's going to sizzle, not fizzle. So with a little bit of luck and foresight and vision, we will have a summer gathering that sizzles and doesn't fizzle. Take care.